Welcome to the Galactic Mind Weather Report. So I'm coming to you today in the center of what's known as the 13 days of the yellow seed wavespell. Now this wavespell, if you watched the last report, is all about our capacity to develop the courage, to target our awareness on the beauty within us, on the potential that's in this seed inside of us, our DNA, this genetic imperative to move from a place of fear and survival and thrust ourselves through taking our action and steps by creating a nurturing environment that supports the seed inside of us to have the courage to crack open and begin to take our journey to the surface, to allow the sun to shine on our gifts of what we can bring into the world. And so this process of the yellow seed wavespell is challenging because it's asking for us to see not just our shadow and what we're not good at, but it's asking for us to get really, really clear about what is natural to us, about what our heart desires to have as our daily life. How do you want your world to look? How do you want to get up in the morning and move through the day? Are you clear on that? Have you thought about that? Or are you still blundering around, waking up, stumbling, just in this survival place of thinking, if I just keep on slashing through, eventually I'll get there? I've done a lot of that myself. And so during this yellow seed wavespell, I've been taking the time to really slow down and nurture that seed inside of myself. And to really be honest with myself and see, have I been going in the right direction? Am I chasing the things that I'm chasing because it is the highest calling of my heart and my being to pursue that? Or has it been slightly corrupted along the way because I'm trying to fit in, or because I'm trying to make a living from it, or I'm trying to satisfy and please everybody at once, which is an impossible task? And to get really clear about what is the intention that was there when I began, and to recalibrate the intention so that I can target my awareness back on the seed within me and once again feed the seed itself in the purest way possible. And so today is what's known as the white resonant dog. It's the archetype that is responsible for realigning us back to our highest calling, to help us target our awareness on the purest form of potential within us, without the dogmas, without the crap we've picked up along the way. And the white resonant dog is the archetype of the compassionate one. And what it's really saying to us in some sense, and what I'm hearing, is that in order for us to flower, for our potential to be safe enough to have the courage to crack open and come out into the world, we have to open our hearts and be compassionate with ourselves. We have to develop our compassion and our capacity to truly listen to ourselves and to love ourselves and to be gentle, to not be harsh and judgmental that you haven't made it yet, to not judge yourself because you took a wrong turn along the way or made some mistakes, but to be forgiving, to be loving and caring with yourself. Create an environment. How does your day look? Are you creating a day from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed that is honoring you as a being, that is honoring your physical vessel, that is honoring your relationships, that is honoring your heart and what drives you? Or are you still thrashing about in survival, feeling that you don't deserve that there's not enough time for that first I have to succeed and then I can create that nurturing environment? But if you are creating this chaos around you still and fight, flight, conflict, all these things, then there's no space to be vulnerable. There's no space for the pure seedling that you are to come out and receive that sunlight. So make sure you are bringing compassion into your daily life. Make sure that you are really giving your body, because compassion is not about being soft and gentle and super sweet. It is that. But compassion is about truly expressing love and caring towards another and towards yourself. And that sometimes means speaking your truth to yourself, being honest, really, really straightforward with yourself. Sometimes being compassionate can be in the form of a firm disciplinary hand. So really check yourself, because we can be coming from a place of judgment and fighting and trying to force a safe place when the other person in your relationship or the environment you're in may not be ready for that. So be compassionate with others. Listen to where they're at. Listen to where you're at. Have a look at your environment and see if you're creating a space that is conducive to sprouting your potential in the world. Surround yourself with people who are open-hearted and who are compassionate. And that doesn't mean surround yourself with spiritual community and groups, because often the spiritual community can have such a subtle layer of judgment in some of the gatherings and different things, that it doesn't mean just because it's a spiritual group or a meditation group, etc., that it's going to be a safe place. It's about finding people that are real, people that are willing to accept you as you are and enjoy the ride of watching you become. So just find that. It might be as a stamp club, it might be in your workplace, it might be at home, it might be in a dance group, it might be anywhere. But find an environment that provides love, that listens to you. And remember that communication is a two-way street. You must be willing to also listen to the other. Because if you do listen to everyone around you, not from what you think you want to hear, but listen from your heart through love, then you'll begin to be able to hear whether that person is capable of sharing your joy, of bouncing your gifts around with you and reflecting your highest nature to you, or whether they are too stuck in surviving to be able to be of service in that way. So not only will you be able to hear them and provide that gift to them, but it will also help give your guidance of know where you are within yourself and whether they can really connect. It's such a powerful thing to truly listen through the heart. So the sun is setting very quickly here in winter over in Australia, and I will need to say goodbye. Thank you for joining me for this Galactic Mind Weather Report, and I look forward to seeing you at the beginning of a whole new 52-day season in the Mayan Dream Spell count and the beginning of a new Wavespell. So much love.